A very good day from myself, Devon Govender, and welcome to Speed Down Under. This is KZN's premier harness racing selection show, and it's proudly brought to you by Gallop TV. As usual, we are covering the race meeting that takes place this Friday, the 27th of June at the headquarters in Western Australia, the headquarters track. That, of course, is Gloucester Park. We do have a suggested jackpot as well as a best bet for you. And joining me on the line is trainer-driver Aldo Cortopasi, as well as driving master in Western Australia, and he's going to be taking us through his selections and previews. And Aldo has been in top form recently. Good day to you, Aldo. How are you doing?
Going very well, thanks, Devon.
That's good. We trust that all is well back in Perth.
Yeah, all's well back here, thanks. Weather's nice. The rain stopped for a while, which is good.
That's good. We just had the gallops taking place earlier this morning for our big race coming up, the Hollywoodbets Durban July, and it's starting to get very, very cold here in Durban as well.
Yeah, it's that time of year, the cold weather and the wet weather, but we need it, so we can't complain about it.
Let's get straight into the action. That slide's going to come up on screen. Aldo has got a suggested jackpot as well as a best bet. And the jackpot's quite thin. It's only going to cost you 12 Rand, and hopefully we can make a profit there. The jackpot kicks off in race number 5. We've gone with the 3 numbers 1, 10 and 9. And we'll start with number 1, Aldo. That is Dark Eyes for Mike Reed and Shannon Savalco. This combination, they've been in top form, and this horse represents value at around about $6 in the anti-post market.
Yeah, a couple of reasons. One, the barrier draw. 2, the stable's going very well, and 3, it's going to be in the firing line. I think the horse will start a lot shorter than the $6 quote at the moment. So definitely a horse I think can take advantage, full advantage of the barrier.
And then just looking at number 9, having a good look at a few reruns, Heavenly Gypsy. This one's also holding some solid form, but has a bit of a tricky gait.
Yeah, 9 at Gloucester Park's always hard. You need a lot of luck to be able to get into the race, but definitely a horse with ability, and definitely a horse that could... you'd probably maybe even use its gate speed early and get itself across them early and get into a good spot early. So just depends how they decide to drive it. But definitely a horse on the up and up. And
this horse, number 10, No Nonny for Chris Lewis in the driver's seat, represents some solid value at around about $12 in the anti-post market. This could make the exactas and trifectas pay.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's going to get the right trip and could really get sucked into the money. Or if the others have a little bit of bad luck, could quite easily win.
Well, there you heard it from Aldo. 1, 10 and 9, and we're going to box the exactas as well as the trifectas, because the first 2 selections, they represent some solid value. And if you get a horse like number 1, Dark Eyes, or number 10, No Nonny, winning, we're going to build up some serious momentum there. Moving on to the next leg of the jackpot, which is race number 6. We've got a banker on the card, and Aldo has been in top form with the best bets recently, and it comes in the form of number 2. That is Ambiticia for Gary Hall Jr. and Gary Hall Sr. being the trainer. This one's odds-on favourite and should take a power of beating. But Aldo, you can tell us more.
Yeah, I just see this horse rolling to the front and really treating this race like track work. I don't see any pressure being put on it. You know it'll be fit. You know it'll be ready to go. It'll be screwed down. So I just can't see anything in this race beating him, apart from probably bad luck, and even bad luck I think it's going to be very hard to overcome this horse.
There you heard it from Aldo, short and sweet. Plenty of confidence coming through there for the best bet and the banker in the jackpot. That is race 6, number 2. That is Ambiticia for Gary Hall Jr. and Gary Hall Sr. teaming up there. And this should take an absolute power beating banker in all bets race 6, number 2. Moving on to the third leg of the jackpot, we've got the 4 numbers there, numbers 10, 1, 6 and 9. And we will start with number 10, that's Mickey Made Monty, Chris Lewis in the driver's seat.
Yeah, no, this is quite a hard race actually. Sort of just went for a little bit of exposed form, and the horses I sort of know Chris will give this horse a good trip, and it should be right in the thick of things at the end.
And then touching on number 9, Get Your Bets On, is definitely better than that last run, and this one represents some nice value there at around about $26.
Yeah, just forget his last run. The claim driver just got a little bit lost back in the field on him, and yeah, he's probably more of a senior driver horse at this stage of his career, and he'll be getting home nice and strong. Like he hit the line strong the other night, but just needs some luck come tomorrow night.
And then number 6, Lord Publisher, another one that's capable of popping up here.
Yeah, horse is going very well. Probably very unlucky a couple of starts back. Probably should have won. Probably took the wrong option and taken the trail behind Valhalla Miss, and never really got a clear crack at them. Horse going very well. I'm probably prepared to risk the favourite in this race. I just think the favourite's probably going to be a little bit vulnerable and is very hit and miss.
There you heard it from Aldo. We've included numbers 10, 1, 6 and 9, and take note of the driver engagement there on number 9. Aldo Kodapasi trains, and he will be driving number 9, Get Your Bets On, and this represents some solid value there at around about $26, and we will definitely be holding thumbs for number 9, Get Your Bets On. This horse has got plenty of ability and will bounce back here, so include that in all your bets. 10, 1, 6 and 9 in the second last leg of the jackpot. Moving on to the last leg of the jackpot, we've got another banker on the card in the form of number 6. That is Franco Muto from the Gary Hall Senior Yard, with Gary Hall Jr. in the driver's seat. Another odds-on shot, Elder, but this one looks to pack plenty of class.
Yeah, exactly. And there was a toss-up between him and the other one for my best bets. So even if the punters wanted to have an all-up win, both of them, I think they could probably push it out to about $2.80, $3, and they'll make it a reasonable bet. So this horse is a very nice horse, progressive horse going forward.
There you heard it from Aldo. This is another banker in the jackpot. That is Franco Muto, the New Zealand bred, and Gary Hall Jr. in the driver's seat. And you heard it from Aldo there. We've got 2 bankers in the jackpot. And if you're looking to take a double, an all-to-come double, you can throw in race 6, number 2, and then race 8, number 6. That is Franco Muto. So now we're just going to confirm the numbers for you. That slide's going to come up on screen. First leg, we've gone with numbers 1, 10 and 9. Second leg, banker 2. That is the best bet. That is Ambitsia for Gary Hall Jr. in the driver's seat. And then race 7 on the program, which is the second last leg of the jackpot. We've gone with numbers 10, 1, 6 and 9. And like I said, number 9, Get Your Bets On, represents some solid value. Aldo's back in the cart, and I think you can expect a much better performance from number 9, Get Your Bets On. So throw that into everything. If this arrives in the jackpot, we're going to be lined up to collect absolute rockets. Last leg of the jackpot, we've got another banker in the form of number 6, Franco Motu. That is the New Zealand bred, and Gary Hall Jr. once again in the driver's seat. And we do believe that this should take an absolute power of beating. And the jackpot's only going to cost you 12 Rand, so a small outlay there, but there could be plenty of value, because if those outsiders arrive, you're going to get a very good dividend. Once again, the best bet, race 6, number 2, that is Ambitisia. That's a wrap from myself, Devon Govender. Aldo, thanks very much for your time and contribution, and hopefully we can get the jackpot this week, and we're holding thumbs for Get Your Bets On.
Fingers crossed, and good punting, everyone.
Thanks to trainer-driver Aldo Kodapasi for providing us with his selections and previews. There's plenty of value on this week's card at Gloucester Park, and hopefully we could be in the payout queue. If you're playing this jackpot and best bet, good luck to you.